I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by that handsome devil podcast dad, Choops. How we feeling, bud?
I'm good. It's late. You kept me up, and you are damn lucky we have a good reason to stay up.
I know. I appreciate it, and I know that our guests appreciate it too. I mean, come on. Every once in a while, it's good to variety is the spice of life. It's good to switch things up a little bit, do a little bit of a later show.
I am a father of two. I am exhausted.
You realize that sentence has a shelf life eventually, right?
No,
today is not that day, but it has a fucking
doesn't.
shelf life. Consider yourself warned. Consider yourself warned.
Yeah, whatever. We're still doing it by the time that expires, then we did something wrong.
Well, better you than me. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's go to the comments. I want to shout out Mr. Ramsey here because he was in the chats like a half hour ago. I mean, that's dedication right there. It's hard not to love that man. What?
Move on.
What? What's that? Don't. Jesus Christ. Late Night Junkies. Good to see you, Kyle. Thank you so much for joining us. And I mean, it's not necessarily excuses. I was
just up on the Dusty finish. This is 2 days.
You looked as tired then as you do right now. So I mean, that's why I told you to fix your face or smile more. One of the two.
Get to the point.
Okay, that's bullying. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkie Pod. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but most importantly, do us a huge favor, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Podcast at 568 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 600 by the end of the month. Tell our friends out there what they should do.
Please tell one person if you like what we're doing here. We're having fun. We want to grow together, but we can't grow without you guys. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, whether it's your mom, your dad, aunt, uncle, bartender, therapist, dispensary person, sneaky link, backshot buddy, doesn't matter who. There's always room at our table at the Wrestling Junkies podcast. And while you're at it, show some love to our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at Main Event _net on all social media platforms. Podcast Dad, you already mentioned it. You were up late Sunday night for the Dusty finish. You had a lot to say about the state of WWE, AEW, AAA, TNA, you name it. That's what we cover here. So if you like great podcasts, live content, blogs, again, incredible group of guys we work with, and we're only growing by the week, it feels like. So it is a nice it's a nice collective we have. Backshot buddies, Kyle. That's exactly what I said. You know that. Yeah.
You know what it
Blame
is.
Tim Bosby, okay? I know. Just saying. Sorry. Before we introduce our guest, friendly reminder, I should say, tomorrow night, Progress Wrestling in Darkest Night, our official preview. We are going to be offering our predictions of the show happening this Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern here in the States on Hooked on Wrestling UK. Do yourselves a favor and check that out. But Podcast Dad, there's been enough talk with us. Paperclip Mike, good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. It is time to introduce our guest at this time. Tonight, we're not just welcoming guests. We are receiving royalty is what it feels like here. From Montenegro to the world stage, from admiration to obsession, from whispers to inevitability. Tonight, we are joined by a man who doesn't chase greatness. Greatness chases him. Now, Podcast Dad, there is great, there is perfect, and then there is him. He is Mediterranean excellence. He is the dream of every woman and the nightmare of every man. And alongside him is the mastermind, the architect, the voice that ensures the world understands exactly what it is witnessing. Now, they don't seek approval, they command it. They don't want respect, they demand it. And they don't plan on stopping. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not until everyone at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood recognizes what is inevitable. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Jordan Castle and the reigning, defending UWN Heritage Heavyweight Champion, the man known as 1 in a Million, Maximilien. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Always great to have you, Jordan. Maximilien, welcome to the Wrestling Junkies.
Mr. Cincinnati, I got to cut you off real quick and say that I was so ready to cut in here and tear you down for a terrible, unprofessional intro, and you kind of surprised me. I'll be honest. You brought the goods, you did your research, and you showed to all of these lame-o viewers staying up for God knows what reason why 1 in a Million Maximilien is 1 in a Million and why he is the Heritage Champion. So it's very good for you guys to have me back and have him here for the very first time.
Thanks for having me here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jordan, for the introduction. Thanks, man.
What?
Chris, why don't you kick us off?
What? Okay. What does the Mediterranean excellence, what does that even mean?
I mean, Maximilian is born of Montenegro blood, the island of Svete Stefan, a place that is so rich in culture and rich in history, a place so much better than, be it championship wrestling from Hollywood's home of Los Angeles, be it New York, where we recently filmed Gotham Wrestling, be it Cincinnati, Ohio. It is the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. A place where only someone as special as he is could come from. Isn't that right, Max?
That's 100% correct. I mean, none of you can even know how to even spell Sveti Stefan, let alone afford to go there on vacation. It's a pristine, beautiful island that is exclusive to only the top, 2% of the world. And that's why I'm 1 in a million. Sorry, guys.
Nothing to be sorry for. Nothing to be sorry for, Mr. Cincinnati. Please don't cut off the champion, but go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, don't cut off the champion. What are you doing?
Oh, thank you, podcast dad.
Thank you. Fucking start. That's just okay. Chris, you got a little something right there. So Maximilien, when you hear phrases like 1 in a million, I still can't help but feel like you might still feel that that's underselling you. So for those again that may not be familiar with you, there's great, there's perfect, and there's him. Why does this fit you so perfectly?
Well, because I am a one-of-a-kind talent. I started about maybe 2.5 years ago, and here I am making waves at United Wrestling Network and became the United Wrestling Network World Heavyweight Heritage Champion within the first year of my debut. So it just goes to show you that there's no one like me. There hasn't been anybody like me. And I don't think there will ever be anyone like me.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for the pause so I don't interrupt the champ. See how we do that, Eric?
See that? It's very
Someone
kind of you.
gets
You pay
it. Thank
attention.
you.
That's good. That's really good.
It doesn't take a lot, Eric. It really doesn't take a lot, man.
Do you think this is how it's going to go?
This is exactly how I thought it was going to go. I suddenly missed him, Bosby.
Don't say that out loud. He may appear. I will ask both of you this question, and either one can take it. Do you believe that fans are capable of understanding greatness when they see it, or is it taking them a little bit of time to catch up?
Man, I think it's one of those things that feels like almost a trick question, right? Because you see this guy and you see not only how he looks and not only how he wrestles and not only the consistency at which he wrestles, but the following he's cultivated in such a short order, the reaction he gets when he comes through the curtain. They're making noise, positive, negative, cheering, booing, whatever it is, they're making noise. And you would think that that would speak for itself, but it really does seem to have taken its time. And I think you'll agree with this, Max, for people to get on board and to understand it. I think that is part of what's so important about us having the Heritage Championship, right? Is that we've known all along. Anyone with a functioning brain has known all along how special Maximilien is.
Anybody with a functioning brain knows that, yes.
But the problem being most wrestling fans don't have a functioning brain. And now with that Heritage Championship...
Yes, absolutely, yes, I agree
Now, with that Heritage Championship, you have the hardware, the statistics to prove what anyone with a functioning brain has known all along.
Correct.
So what separates that confidence from the inevitability that we seem to be seeing from you guys as of late?
I just feel that we have such a unique dynamic, Jordan and I. And it was something that people haven't seen in a while on television. When we were paired together by United, we didn't think it would kind of blow up the way that it did, but it did. Because when you meet somebody that is your energetic match, it just works. And when the chemistry is there, people just gravitate towards it.
I've said this for a very, very long time to piggyback off of that. I could not be luckier than to do this with someone like Maximilien, because truth be told, it's a triple threat that he brings to the table, right? You look at him and you look on paper, and this is what a professional wrestler is. What does that mean? Well, when I say that I work in professional wrestling, when I tell people outside of the business or friends or family or whatever it is that I work in professional wrestling, and they think of a professional wrestler, they think of 1 in a million Maximilien. They think of 6 foot plus. They think of nearly 300 pounds of pure muscle cut up from the butt up. They think of this Adonis figure, and he fits that bill. And then you watch him wrestle. And not only for someone who's been wrestling 2.5 years, the inexperience is irrelevant. He's a fantastic wrestler. It's the little things. It's the punches. It's the facial expressions. It's the nuance and the minutia that many people don't pick up after a decade, but this guy already has less than 3 years in. And then on top of that, he's this tremendous person that I've been able to connect with on a personal level for the last year and change. It's something that I feel very, very blessed with on not 1, not 2, but 3 separate counts to have found this chemistry that he was talking about.
Jordan, I guess for me, you say you've had this relationship for a while. Why are we just now seeing it?
I don't think the United Wrestling Network or the wrestling world as a whole was ready for Maximilien, frankly. He's been ready. He's been ready since day one. I mean, I don't think this is overconfident or overstepping to say that before he even trained to wrestle, he probably could have defeated some of the competition that you've contended with up until this point. But I don't think the United Wrestling Network was ready. I think they see someone like this who is so far above what we've seen up until this point, and there's intimidation, there's jealousy, and I think only now were they ready. And even then, Max, I think he can attest to this. They didn't know what they were in store for when we came with February of last year. I mean, it hasn't even been a calendar year.
It has not even been a calendar year, and audiences were not ready for it. And when I made my debut and when I started making my mark, match after match after match, that's all they could talk about was Maximilien.
Go back to the YouTube channel. Go back to the YouTube uploads of any Championship Wrestling episode, any Gotham Wrestling episode, what have you. 90% of the comments, if Maximilien is in the episode and if Maximilien is not in the episode, are all about Maximilien. If he's there, we love Maximilien. Watching for Maximilien, here for Maximilien. And if he's not, there's Maximilien. We miss Maximilien. Bring back Maximilien. I can talk all I want. Maximilien can talk all he wants. The proof is right there, guys.
A star is a star. You can't deny it.
Nope.
Well, Max, Jordan said this, and I quote, you are the dream of every woman and the nightmare of every man. Which side of that reputation do you enjoy more?
Both equally, to be honest with you. It's one of those things where when the character just resonates so much for fans and stuff, it's a really good assessment of the character. So I enjoy it. I like both sides of that. So.
Fair enough.
Love that. Is there anyone currently in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood that you don't look down upon?
Ooh, that I don't look down upon? Let's see. If I'm being really honest, I mean, no, sorry. They're not on my level.
Wow.
And listen, that's not to take anything away from any of these athletes. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, up and down the lineup, up and down the card, has some fantastic wrestlers.
Sure.
And there's no shame in being lesser than when you're lesser than 1 in a million Maximilien. You can still be great. You can still be top of the line. You're on Championship Wrestling. You're on television for a reason. but you're just not 1 in a million. And that's the difference.
Yeah, you're just not me, unfortunately. I am the standard now, and my competition is kind of like here, so
Guys, if you win a silver medal or even a bronze medal at the Olympics, you're still in the Olympics, and that's to be commended, and you should be proud of that. Come on. But you're not that gold medalist, right?
No.
I love that analogy.
It's hard to argue with that. I can't.
It is. It is. I
but
don't
I mean,
want to like it, but I like it.
Along those lines, you've made the reference to the Olympics. I mean, this for you guys, it's very clear that this is not about participation. It's about domination. So, I mean, you guys have said it yourselves, winning and winning and winning and winning and winning until you get the respect that you deserve. So tell me, how much winning is enough for you guys?
There is no limit to how much we can win. My goal at United Wrestling Network across any other platform, whether it be Gotham or Memphis or Championship Wrestling or wherever the future leads to United, my goal is to win every single chance that I get, because I am the most worthy Heritage Heavyweight Champion ever on United Wrestling Network. So that streak is going to continue until I say it's done.
And let's go back to those naysayers we talked about earlier, right? Be them fans, be them wrestlers or members of the roster in the locker room. As long as he continues winning, there's nothing they can say. There's nothing they can say to discount who he is and what we have done. Again, they don't have to like it. As you said, Podcast Dad, you don't have to be a fan of it or engage with it personally. But if you're a sane human being, understanding the world on a rational level, you have no choice but to acknowledge, and if you know what's good for you, to respect it. And that comes with wins, and wins come easy.
So you're currently sitting at the top of the mountain, right?
Heritage champion.
Pretty much, yes.
Is this about the championship now, or is this about humiliating the entire roster?
I'll humiliate the entire roster, because there is no other champion like me. I will go on to win the World Heavyweight Championship at United. I'll even go on to win the Tag Team Championships at
By
United.
himself. By
myself.
Handicap match.
Because that is the type of wrestler, that is the type of persona, that is the type of star that I am. And people can get mad all they want, because Maximilien is going nowhere. I am at United to stay and to be the top star. And that's what I am currently, and that's where I will be in the future for time to come.
Let's be very, very clear. This is not personal until they make it personal. When someone steps up and says, I think I have what it takes, not even to beat you, because we know that no one can beat him. We know that that's not an implausibility, it's an impossibility. But when someone steps up and says, I think I deserve your television time, I think I deserve to share your ring with you, that is an insult. So in a way, Maximilian's not humiliating anyone, guys. They're humiliating themselves, and we're just carrying out the inevitable.
Jordan, it sounds like you look at the roster as stepping stones instead of challengers.
I think that's fair to say. I mean, challenger implies that there is a challenge, right? It's in the word, that there is some work that has to be done, or there is some worrying that needs to be had, and that's just not... I mean, Max, that's not a part of our routine. That's not anything that we can even conceive of.
I have no competition. Period.
So then what's the motivation to keep going?
Because I'm a star of the show. I am the talent of United Wrestling Network. No one's going to take my place. They can try, but no one will succeed.
And guys, I understand this is difficult for you to understand as fans, as people who are just kind of watching the show and consuming and buying the ticket. And there's no shame in that, right? All that money gets filtered back towards us, so that's totally fine. But this is a business, and Maximilien clearly has a great deal of money, more money than anyone watching or hosting this program could ever conceive of. However, the more we win, the more money we get, and the more money we get, the more women, the more grapes, green and purple, the more cars, the more trips there are to the lavish beaches of Montenegro, so on and so forth. And why wouldn't we want that? Why wouldn't he be entitled to that?
I mean, and no one's saying that he isn't entitled to it. I mean, shit, almost 3 years in the industry, and look at what he has done so far. I mean, do you guys feel that this company is ready for what you were becoming?
They haven't been. He's undefeated for a reason. He's heritage champion. That is unprecedented. That is a championship with one side plate that has LA Knight, formerly known as Sean Ricker, and one side plate that has Adam Pearce. That is the caliber of talent we're referring to. And he captured that after less than a year on the roster. I mean, Max, correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't sound like a company that's ready for what we're bringing to the table.
Correct. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
If someone backstage feels like they're at the level or they're ready, A, what do they need to do? And then B, what are you telling them right now?
Show up to the next taping that we have on February 17th. Show me that you are worthy of being a competitor to Maximilien, and I will give you an opportunity. But it doesn't seem like anyone is worthy enough to step up to the plate.
Well, let's zoom out a little bit here. Not just talking about tonight, not just talking about February. Let's talk about history. Max, do you see yourself as a once-in-a-generation talent or something rarer than that?
I believe that I'm something rarer than that. To float the idea of once-in-a-generation talent, a lot of people like to use that term to say that they're one of a kind. A lot of these people are not one of a kind. I'm one of a kind, but I'm a rare one of a kind. There's not a lot of people that could get into this industry the way that I did and have this explosion of interest and enthusiasm towards somebody that hasn't been really doing this that long. That's very rare to have, especially on the indies. I will admit, for the people that I know personally outside of, this world, there are people who I consider one in a generation talent. But for Maximilien, it is just a very rare occurrence that someone like me comes along the way that I did and have this impact on wrestling the way that I have. So
I also think, not to cut you off, Max, I'm so sorry, but
no,
I think once in a generation implies being a part of something, right? Being a part of a pack, being a part of a group, comparing yourself to others. And as we've established, there is no comparing you to anyone else. You stand atop the mountain alone. God looked and there was no other world to conquer. And so to say one in a generation implies that you hearken yourself as part of any generation, and you don't, because how could you?
I mean, when you put it on those terms, I mean, sure, yeah, I would consider myself that now. I mean, you just brought so much clarity to me with that statement. Thank you, Jordan.
All right, Jordan, when people talk about your clients years from now, what do you want them to say about this era?
I think it needs to be remarked and heralded, frankly, that Maximilien at this level, having accomplished so much, having dominated the way he already has, that was just the beginning. This is not a high school athlete burning fast and bright and then fizzling out. This is not a flash in the pan. This is just the beginning. And I think when we look back at this first year and change of 1 in a million Maximilien, in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, in the United Wrestling Network. The takeaway has to be, my God, he's this good. He's this dominant. He did that much. And that was just the beginning, because frankly, guys, and I don't mean to talk down to anyone, but the career that he's had in a year is some that other wrestlers would kill to have in 10.
Well, gentlemen, as we wrap up here, I want to give you the floor one final time. This is, as Jordan, you indicated this on X today, this is the first time that you guys have actually sat down, had a conversation about this relationship and where it's headed and your plans for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. What message do you want to send to the locker room tonight?
Go for it, Jordan.
Well, I think we talked about February 17th, and that's the first time that 1 in a Million Maximilien will be competing and appearing in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood since capturing that Heritage Championship. We've seen him on Gotham Wrestling, coming soon to a cable satellite provider near you. But this is the first time he'll be home. I mean, not his home. He's from Montenegro. He's from places we've established much grander and much greater than anything or anywhere that any of you could ever conceive of. But he's coming back to the place where he won the championship. He's coming back to the fans and the roster in front of whom he captured that championship. And I think it's important to remember that just because he is a champion does not mean anything changes. We've heard these whispers of, oh, now he's fighting stiff competition. Now he's in these main event matches. Now he's in these championship matches. Will he have what it takes? He has what it takes. And to act like there's any sort of question or anything changes or there's anything to prove is laughable. This is just the beginning, but it's going to be a whole lot of deja vu because things are going to continue and things are going to keep rocking and rolling, and the domination is going to stay the same as it has always been. The only thing changing are the dates. The only thing changing are the names. And it's as simple as that.
Well said. Well said. And then finally, for anybody out there, whether in this world or not, that doubts you, what do you have to say to them?
Max?
Never doubt a born superstar. On February 17th, 2026, Irvine Improv, Maximilien returns and shows the entire world again why I am 1 in a million. Max a million.
Well, there you have it. They didn't come here asking for respect tonight. They came here to announce ownership, and history has taught us anything. It's that when people like this say that they're coming, they are not asking for permission. So Jordan Castle, Maximilien, thank you both for joining us tonight. Thank you all for tuning in as well. We know that this is a later show, but we appreciate it. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. So like, share, subscribe, be nice to each other, enjoy wrestling, have fun. We will be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for our Progress Wrestling in Darkest Night preview. I know that's midnight in the UK, so grab a drink, come hang out with us. Gentlemen, once again, thank you. Stick around for a little bit after the show, but for Jordan Castle, for 1 in a Million Maximilien, and the podcast dad, I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been
I'm sorry, Mr.
Podcast.
Cincinnati. I'm so sorry. You had such a great intro, and you had to lose it here at the end. I was so ready to give you your props off camera, but that is the reigning and forever United Wrestling Heritage Heavyweight Champion, 1 in a million, Maximilien.
I apologize for him.
That's all right. I'm just going to go fuck myself. Until tomorrow night, enjoy the graps, everybody.